Reception, happy Wednesday, super work yesterday. I was really impressed with all your amazing drawings of what happened in the beginning of the story. I was very impressed about how you all could write the word beginning, so good job, well done. Let's go and find our lesson for today. So here we are. It's Wednesday and we're starting off our lesson with a task. And the task is, can you spot the adjectives? So remember, an adjective is a describing word, boys and girls. So I'm going to read the sentence. The pants are big, and dotty. The pants are big and dotty. Right, let's have a little think about that sentence. So we're describing the pants. So the pants are not the adjectives, that's the noun. So that's what we will be describing. So we need to think about the adjectives that I have used to describe the pants. The pants are and These two might be the adjectives. Have a little think. The pants are big and dotty. What do we think? What are the two adjectives in that sentence? Big, excellent, and dotty. Good work. Well done. Let's check if you're correct. Brilliant reception. You are correct. The pants are big and dotty. Good job. Our high frequency word this week is has. Your turn, has. My turn, has. Has. The alien has one eye. Super work. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to come up with your own has sentence. Remember, has doesn't have to come in the middle of the sentence. It could come at the start. Has the postman come? I think I did that one yesterday, didn't I? Have a little go now yourselves. 10 seconds and you can come up with your sentence. Excellent work. Some super has sentences. Well done. So I hope by now you have read our story. You have listened to Miss Houston read our story, Aliens Love Underpants. If not, pause the video. Go and get Mummy or Daddy to get the link for you to play it because you need to be able to retell this story. Now, I saw on Monday that lots of you could do this, but it's really important that you know what happens in the beginning, the middle, and the end of the sentence of the story. So let's have a little look here. What are we learning to do? Today we are learning to know what happens in the beginning, the middle, and the end of the story. Very good. So you need to know that a story has a beginning, middle, and end. As we did on Monday, remember? Beginning, something happens at the start. The middle is where the action happens. And usually at the end, that is where the resolution happens, where we find a solution to the problem in the story. So our star words, same as yesterday and Monday. Our star words are beginning, your turn. Middle and end. Great work. So I would like to retell this story using the pictures. Miss Houston's turn first. In the beginning of the story, the aliens are in outer space, but they want to find underpants because they love them. They follow the radar to find the washing line with all the underpants, and they find some. Then, in the middle of the story, they land on Earth. They find the washing line with underpants, and they do lots of silly things with underpants. They play games with them, they take silly photographs with them, and they wear them in silly places. But then, at the end of the story, the mummy comes out to hang up her washing, and she scares the aliens away. See them going away there? And lastly, at the very end of the story, it warns you that you need to check your underpants to check if there is aliens inside them. All right, boys and girls, good work. So that was Miss Houston. We are looking at the middle of the story today. Miss Houston has blocked off what happens in the middle of the story. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to try and remember what happens in the middle of the story before I take away my boxes to show you. So I'll start in the beginning. The aliens are in outer space looking for the underpants. They find some underpants on their radar and they follow it. In the middle, ... we just don't know. And at the end, the mummy comes out to hang up her washing and the aliens fly away. And the little boy checks his underpants for aliens. What has Miss Houston left out? Tell me now. Off you go. Great work. You have remembered lots of things that happen in the middle of the story. Well, first of all, before they can play any games, they land on Earth, don't they? And they find the washing line with underpants. Good work, Reception. Now let's see what happens in this part. Even if I move a little bit over, what do they do with the underpants? They take silly pictures. They play lots of games. And they even wear the underpants in silly places. Good job, Reception. So in the middle of the story, the aliens land on Earth. They find the underpants on the washing line and they have lots of fun. Right. So now I need your help. I've blocked out bits of the story. Can you remember where they go? Where does this one go? Here? No, here? Good work. Well done. Super. So you've got that picture there. Now what happens? I'm going to delete that one here. The last thing at the very end of the story. Let's check if you're right. Did you say he checks his underpants? Good work, Reception. Excellent. Well done. So, you know what I'm going to do? You're going to pause this video now, and I would like you to tell the whole story back to me about what happens using our Star words in the beginning, in the middle, and at the end. Off you go. Super retelling of our story using our Star words, beginning, middle, and end. Excellent. So Miss Houston needs your help. I have gotten very mixed up and I can't remember what is the beginning, what is the middle, and what is the end of the story. Can you tell me where this picture should go? In the beginning, the middle, or end? In the beginning. Good job. What about this picture? Where should this picture go? In the middle. Excellent. And last but not least, what about this one? At the end. Super work. Because in the beginning of the story, the aliens are still in space, but they want to come to Earth. In the middle of the story, they land on Earth and they do lots of silly things with the underpants, like playing games and wearing them in silly places. And finally, the aliens are scared away, but the little boy likes to check his underpants at the end of the story to make sure there's no aliens there. Right, let's go over to our task now. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen and share another screen. Well done, Reception, you're doing great work. So let's see if you can see that okay. Perfect. So this is my lovely picture from yesterday about what happens in the beginning of the story. We've done beginning where the aliens are in outer space and they're following their radar all the way to Earth to see what's going on down in there, and they want to find the underpants. So now I'm going to take that one away, and we are going to do a new one today. What part of the story do you think we're going to be doing today, reception? The middle, because that's what comes next. Excellent. Right. So pause this now if you do not have your sheet of paper, because we're going to write the word middle, and you might need my help. Some of you would be able to do it by yourselves, I'm sure, but if you need my help, make sure you have your piece of paper in front of you, okay? Right, let's get cracking. So middle, I'm going to do oops, the daisies. A mazy mountain, mountain, and another d. Middle. Oh, good job. And there is a silent little eh. There we go. So this says middle. Middle. Right. So that is the middle, the word middle. But now we need to draw our pictures. So what happens in the middle of the story? In the middle of the story, the aliens land on Earth and they find the washing line. I'm going to draw my washing line. They find the washing line. What's hanging on the washing line? The underpants. Oops. Miss Houston's not the best at drawing underpants, but look, some stripy ones, and let's do dotty ones here. And we need to draw our little alien, who's very happy that he's found some underpants. Now that's alien number one. He's very happy because in the middle of the story, they land on Earth and they find the underpants. So what else happens in the middle of the story? They do very silly things with the underpants. They even play games. They take silly pictures and they wear the underpants in silly places. So that's what I'm going to draw now. I'm going to try my best. I'm not the best at drawing, but I'll give it a go. So I'm going to draw my alien. I'm going to do it like Miss Quadries the other day. With one big eye. And then I'm going to draw the underpants on his head. There we go. That's one pair of underpants, and I'm going to draw a really skinny alien here because I've kind of run out of room. And on this one, I'm going to draw that he's wearing the underpants on one of his eyes. And I'll draw some more underpants, or better draw his big smile because he's very happy that he's found them. Now, so I'll draw stripy underpants there. So have a little look. It looks like a little hat for his eye, doesn't it? So in the middle of the story, the aliens land on Earth and they find the underpants on the washing line. In the middle of the story, they do very silly things with the underpants, like playing games, taking silly pictures, and wearing the underpants in silly places. So that's Miss Houston's drawing. Do I leave it like that, boys and girls? No, I'm going to do some colouring in. So I'm going to colour my underpants first. I'm going to have some nice stripy ones. Remember, nice colouring. Remember, Miss Quadri, Mr. Woodruff, Miss Houston love lots of colour. We don't like when you just use one colour. We want lots of colour. I'm going to colour in my alien. I'm going to colour his eye in blue. I'm going to colour in the underpants on his head. And so on. So you're going to finish colouring, but I'm not going to keep you while you watch me doing all the colouring because it might be a little bit boring. But I'm going to finish that now when you go to your lesson. And then what I want you to do is get your sheet from yesterday. And you can retell the story using your pictures. Okay? So, in the beginning of the story, the aliens are in outer space. And they follow the radar to find the underpants on Earth. In the middle of the story, the aliens land on Earth and they find the underpants on the washing line. They do lots of silly things with the underpants. They even wear the underpants on their head. So tomorrow, what part of the story are we going to do? The end. Good job. Now, that is super work. So I want you to go now and go and draw your picture of what happens in the middle of the story. Off you go, reception. Super work. I cannot wait to see your pictures for the middle of the story. I'm sure they'll be much better than mine. Off you go. Well done. Bye.